Okay, we're recording. Hello, tube of the Youbes. Today I'm going to be talking all about wedding planning. Yes, I am still in the middle of wedding planning. We're about 5 months out at this point. We're about 5 months out. It's so exciting. But I am going to be going over what I've done so far wedding planning, what I plan to do, like what's left kind of a thing. So we're just gonna kind of dive right in. If you guys have any questions about wedding planning that I don't end up answering in this video, please let me know and I'd be more than happy to answer. So I've got my notes all on my iPad, so we're gonna so what we've done so far, one of the biggest things, like as soon as we got engaged, I was so excited, but one of the biggest things for me is photography, and that's what I booked first after we had our date. And finding a date was really hard because we wanted to take some time and really pray about it and make sure that it was a date that God wanted us to get married, which, you know, some people agree with that, some people don't. Some, you know, pick the date that works for you. But I actually let my fiance pick the date because I wanted him to feel really involved in the process and just feel really like it was his day too. I didn't want him to feel like it was just my thing. So I let him pick the date. Our date is October 15th, 2022. We are on a countdown now and I'm so excited. But once we had the date picked, from there, we just kind of dove right in. First thing for me was photography. I wanted to find somebody within a reasonable price range that really had a good handle on light and that understood what it was we were trying to encapsulate. The photographer that we ended up going with, her name is Piper. I'll actually link her down below. She is incredible. Just does beautiful photography and is the sweetest person I think I've ever met. She has a ton of stuff in her packages, but she just had the one that ended up working best for us, both price-wise and like time-wise. Like, she just was willing to work with us. Additionally, after that, the next biggest thing was figuring out the venue. So I kind of knew where I wanted my venue to be because I've always pretty much said that I wanted to get married at my grandparents' house. My grandparents live out in the mountains of North Carolina. They've got like a house on the side of a mountain and it's gorgeous. But a couple lots down from them there is just a lot that's blank. Like, there's no trees. Like, okay, there's one tree. But you can just see for miles off the side of this mountain, and I've always thought it was just the most beautiful thing on the planet. So I've known since I was like 7, somewhere around there, that I wanted to get married there. I've just always known. So we ended up having to call my grandpa and make sure that we got the right information to call the landowner and be like, hey, is there any way we could get married there, that sort of a thing. But they were super sweet about it, and honestly, that's saving us a ton of money because they're not charging us anything to have the wedding there, which is huge. Venues nowadays, they'll go for like sometimes $10,000. That's ridiculous. So yeah, we're trying to keep our cost as low as possible. And then from there, my mom wanted us to look around at the churches in the area. And I was like, I just get married in the field, doesn't matter to me. But we looked around just kind of to see what's out there, and we found this gorgeous little white church. And oh my goodness, it's the most beautiful little white church on the planet. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to show you guys all of this too. Like, eventually we're gonna show you all of this. But photographer, venue, top 2 things. From there, everybody's next big thing is catering. So catering was a big thing because we wanted to kind of see if we could do it ourselves. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So we had thought about it, we had really tried, and that's just something that's not gonna be a smart idea. So we ended up going with the Liberty Catering Company, which is just outside of where my grandparents live. And they do kind of like mom and pop food. It's really simple, really easy, kind of a crowd pleaser. That's what we like. From there, cake. One of my friends from college actually is starting sort of a cake company. And we're not gonna do like a big wedding cake. We're gonna do just like a plain wedding cake. And it's just gonna be for Austin and I. And then we're gonna have like cupcakes and mini little snacks and, you know, all these extra little desserty things for everyone else to eat as well. That way, my thought process is you can grab it and then just eat it while you're continuing to dance. My thought process anyways. But from there, we looked at flowers. Flowers, some people love it, some people hate it. A lot of people are torn on it. My best friend actually did fake flowers for her wedding and they turned out beautiful. I just love flowers. Like I love real flowers. So we looked into the possibility of getting real flowers and then doing all the flowers ourselves. And then we looked at the possibility of doing fake flowers. We did all of that. And then at the end of the day, I went, you know what? I don't want to have to stress about it on my wedding day. I just kind of want to be able to trust my florist and know that, you know what, she's going to do what she's going to do. And it's going to be great. So I booked Southern Hospitality Florals. I think that's how you say her name. Her name is Jamie. I just call her Jamie. She's super sweet and I booked all of my vendors really close to where we're getting married because I didn't want them to have to travel a ton in order to come and get us. I wanted them to just kind of be able to, you know, go right over. So additionally, I was looking around for a videographer and I had talked with my photographer Piper about it because I was like, well, I mean, you know, photographer people tend to know other photographer people. And I was like, you know, do you know anybody? Because I've looked into videographers who are doing crazy stuff and all this stuff. And so I was like, I can't do crazy. I need really simple, but also, you know, something that looks really nice. And she pointed me to a friend of hers who ironically just graduated from the college that I graduated from. Her name is Katie and she's gonna be doing, she actually does photography mainly, but she's dipping her toe in videography and the stuff that she's done has been really great. So I was like, yeah, you can come do my videography. Absolutely, that's gonna be super fun. Oh, the other thing that we have is the dress. The dress is so fun. I got my dress in like January and I am in love with my dress. It's just exactly what I wanted, but it's not what I thought I was gonna get. I will say, like, for people who are future planning, don't go into your bridal appointments for like trying on your wedding dresses or for whatever, whether it's your hair, your makeup or whatever. Don't go into it with such like a stone, this is what I want, I will not get anything else, because if you let the person who's helping you kind of, let's try this, let's try that, artistically suggest things to you, you might be pleasantly surprised with what they come up with. My dress is, oh goodness, it's from Virginia's Daughter Bridal Company down in Suffolk, Virginia, and it was on sale. It's exactly what I wanted. It's more than I wanted to pay for a wedding dress, but it's not outrageous. It's, you know, it's reasonably priced. Additionally, the other thing that we have planned is my bachelorette trip, which I'm actually going on, not this coming weekend, but the one after that. We planned a trip, we got an Airbnb, there's a train passing my house, so excuse the train noises, but yeah, we're gonna go. And I planned it so far ahead of the wedding because I feel like sometimes brides get so close to the wedding. I have so many things to do between coordinating and planning and last minute appointments and this, like all of these things that have to get done, and they feel guilty. Like, I don't want to go on my bachelorette trip and feel guilty for not feeling like I'm having fun, because I feel like I need to have fun, but I'm so stressed out by the 100 million other different things I have to get done that I can't just have fun. So I'm like, you know what? No, let's do it way in advance. Let's go and actually have fun. Let's go and actually like enjoy ourselves before wedding planning gets crazy. So that's what we're doing. There will be plenty of videos to come in that area. I'm gonna do like a vlog basically of the bachelorette trip. From there, we still have a laundry list of things that actually need to get done. Let's see, what else do we have? We have to do our marriage counseling, we're doing our marriage counseling through our church, and they pretty much said, you know, we're not going to do it until you're about 6 months out from your wedding. They do kind of a course. We're getting ready to start that in the summertime. We're gonna have to send out the invites. I've got these really cute, let me grab them from you before you actually hold. So I've got these really cute stamps that we're gonna use on the invites. This one's gonna be like an actual ink stamp. I don't know if it'll show it for you. Ah, there. So it says La Pointe, and it's got this really beautiful leafage. That's gonna go somewhere on the invites, and then we're gonna use it somewhere else in the wedding later, which I'm really excited about. And then we got an actual wax seal. So I grew up and my mom had one of these, and she would write me little notes and put a wax seal on it, and like it was a legit wax seal, and it was adorable. So I just remember growing up with these, and I know that you can get them where you can like take the sticker off the back and like press the wax seal on there, and it's just kind of done. It's mess free, and it is mess free, I'll give you that. But in my mind, there's nothing like having like a wax seal. There we go. So you see, that's gonna be the last name initials, and then there's beautiful florage all around it. If you didn't get from that whole thing, my new last name will be La Pointe, which I'm really excited about, because I love alliteration. I just love that God loved me enough to give me a fiance who has an L last name, because I never would have thought that that was something that I wanted in a man, and he knew. So we've got all of these really pretty things to put the invitations in. We just have to get all of the addresses from everybody that we're inviting and load them into, we're using the Knot to help plan the wedding. We have to load all of the addresses into the Knot and then order the invitations, which is just a tedious thing and I don't want to do it. But we're not doing a save the date, which is why we're doing invitations so early. We also have to get my fiance's attire, you know, suit, shoes, etc. Get all of our, we've picked out, well, I've picked out my bridesmaid's attire. We just have to send it to them and order it. And then the rest of it's really just kind of like time-consuming decor details. How do you want this flower placed here? How do you want this done? Do you want these things done? Etc, etc. Just little bitty time-consuming things. Additionally, planning out the day, like minute by minute planning out the day, because I do not have a wedding planner. I suggest you get a wedding planner, but I do not have like a personal wedding planner or like a day of coordinator. I'm doing it all myself, and one of my close friends who loves planning events, especially weddings, she's gonna help me by missing my ceremony so that she can help set up the reception, which she's a godsend for. But segueing now into the tips that I would give somebody who just got engaged so far. Like, I'm not done with the process, I'm in the middle of it. Here's the tips I would give somebody who's just gotten engaged. Get a wedding planner that you will use. My mom got me this beautiful wedding planner and I love it because of the sentimental value, and I'm gonna go through later and use it kind of like a scrapbook to like write everything in, but it is really hard to use day to day because I don't carry it around with me all the time. I like the knot. It's simple, it's easy, but I have to like make myself use it rather than using a million different pieces of notebook paper and doing all of that. That's tedious and crazy. Or whether that's you hire a wedding planner. I mean, some people can do that and that's awesome. It's just not something that was in the cards for me. Which that's fine because I would rather do it myself anyways, but you know, whatever. So get a wedding planner that you will use. Next, look at a problem. Like when a problem arises, you have to be able to look at the problem and see it in the grand scheme of things, because at the end of the day, you're marrying your best friend. Does it matter if your favorite florist was booked? No, find a different florist with the date that works for you, okay? If so-and-so's hair is not where you wanted it to be, is it the end of the world? No. It's not. You're married to your best friend. That's the whole point of getting married, is that you're gonna be with your person for forever. Let's see, what else? Oh, I would say for somebody who just got engaged as well, make a mood board to go in your planner, whether electronically or physically, or you hand it to the person who's planning your wedding. Make a mood board. I made one and eventually I will share it. Right now I'm not sharing it because it has the style of dress that I'm gonna be wearing. We're keeping the dress a secret. We're not doing a first look or any of that. He's not going to see me in the dress until I walk down the aisle. So we're keeping that to ourselves right now, but I will be sharing my mood board after the wedding. But make the mood board. Save pictures of flowers, save pictures of the seating arrangement, save pictures of like the type of dress you want, the colors you want. Do it and make like a photo collage, and I promise you, when it gets stressful and when it gets crazy and when you want to change your mind about your theme, you're gonna look back at that and go, you know what? Yeah, that's what I want. And if you want to change your mind about your theme later, you totally can, but being able to have that mood board to look back on, it gives you a sense of like, do I really want to do this? And then when you have the mood board to look back on, you're like, yeah, I do. And you can change it, no big deal. And then above all, pray over your wedding. Not everybody is a believer in Jesus, and that's fine. But if you are, girl, pray over your wedding. We are 5 months out, and I have told everybody, like pretty much from the get-go, I'm like, we're having pretty much an outdoor wedding. I need everybody to be praying that it doesn't rain, right? Or not that, but also pray that it's a peaceful day. Pray that it's a day that's beautiful, that's revolving around Christ in the exact ways that you want it to, because at the end of the day, marriage is the perfect comparison to a relationship with Christ. That's biblical, go look it up. Pray that it's peaceful, pray that it reflects Christ, pray that you're not running around crazy, pray that at the end of the day, you have a happy marriage more than you had a wonderful wedding. Because a wedding's great, but at the end of the day, it's just a day. So make sure that you're investing in your partner and in furthering the marriage that you're getting ready to enter to, more than I need to make sure this is correct for the wedding. Look at it in hindsight. Additionally, when you do approach conflict with other people, approach them with as much grace as you would want to receive from them. They're not always going to be as graceful with you as you want them to be with you, but try to be as graceful with them as you would want them to be with you, and it's gonna go a long way. That's just like for all life, not just wedding planning life, but especially for wedding planning life, because there's a lot going on. Let's see, make time for fun things. Make time for, you know, the cornhole or the horseshoe or the, you know, if you're doing a bouquet toss and a garter thing, make time for those things. Make time in the middle of the wedding planning process to do really fun things that help you to look forward to the wedding, right? Additionally, be okay with at first answering questions with I don't know. I had a ton of people like right out the gate be like, what's your date? Who's you doing this? Who's doing that? Da, 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 da. Like all of these questions, and I would get so overwhelmed, like almost panic attack overwhelmed. And I was eventually like, you know what, I don't know. We don't know yet. We're still in the middle of planning this. I know you're excited just as much as we are, but we don't have an answer. So bear with us. We'll give you answers when we have them. They understand that. They understand you guys just got engaged. You know, be okay with that too. And then my last suggestion and tip for a bride or a just engaged bride is go to a spa. That's like a totally personal preference there. But I went to a spa, I want to say February? Like for the first time, I got like a full body, I got a facial, I got a massage, I got a manicure and a pedicure. Full body. It stopped recording there for a second. I went to a spa, it was great. My suggestion is go to a spa. I think that taking that time to make sure that your body is completely relaxed is really helpful, especially when planning gets stressful. So, and then be looking forward to things, like set things that you are looking forward to. Personally, what I'm looking forward to is honestly being married. It's not even the wedding. I mean, the wedding is beautiful, and if I'm putting all this time and effort into it, I'm surely going to try to enjoy it and looking forward to enjoying that day. But in my mind, I am way more excited about just being married to my best friend, waking up the next morning after our wedding and being able to see him, because we don't live together and we're waiting for marriage. And so given those two things, I'm really excited for my life with him. I think that it's gonna be awesome, or at least, you know, I'm praying it will be. But yeah. Also, I'm really excited because I'm gonna see all my friends and family that I haven't seen since pre-COVID now, and I'm like, hey guys, haven't seen you in forever. How are you? So just like personal things that I'm looking forward to. Set things that you're looking forward to. The wedding planning process can be insane. Take a deep breath. Take it step by step. Don't try to rush it all. And know that, you know, eventually you're gonna get married and it's gonna be okay. So that is my wedding planning video. The what we've done to what we still gotta do and all the in between. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions that I didn't cover, please let me know. I could make another video or just let y'all know in the comments or whatever. But if you liked this video, like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!